Good morning, everybody. Good Monday. Yes, it's Monday. Let's get this week started. Come on, let's go. It's the 12th day of August. Roger B. here with you on Mornings in Meridian. It is the two best hours of local live talk radio right here in East Mississippi and West Alabama. And, of course, joining me are my compadres, my partners in crime. Say hi to, first of all, Rob Atkinson.
There's no proof, no fingerprints, no shovels, no bags with me, so I'm innocent.
You can't prove it. You just can't prove it. Can't pin this on me.
Can't do it.
All right. Well, along with Rob comes, here he is, our good friend, Mr. Charles Frazier.
Guilty.
Guilty as charged.
Guilty.
I like to plead a sentence. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, right.
survived a weekend. It was a good weekend. Just kind of a, no rain or storms, just good.
Cooler, it seemed. Less humidity.
I think we had a little less humidity.
It felt like 95 degrees.
It's going to change this week.
Yeah, back up to hot and sticky for the next few
The
days.
daily heat warning.
Yay for hundreds.
Any rain at all in the forecast? We go from like flood to.
Biggest chance is going to be Saturday. They got 40% right now for
Oh,
Saturday.
yes. Let's put it all in the weekend.
60% chance it won't rain.
Yeah, exactly.
30, yeah.
Being a realist there.
There you
40%
go.
will, 60
That's right.
won't. Yeah. Anyway.
I see you're a glass is 3/4 empty kind of guy.
Where's the glass? That's where I am. We got a dirty glass here. What's going on?
Oh, mercy! Well, good to see you guys again on this day, and we have it on good authority that we'll probably be talking with someone about this EMCC maybe football program.
Oh! Ready.
So, hey, our friend Jimmy Moore might just sneak in today.
Had a little preseason action this weekend.
There's a possibility.
Okay. Good.
So
Yeah, that game is about as exciting as watching paint dry on a wall.
Yeah, Spencer Rattler looked all right.
Yeah, he
for
looked
the,
pretty good.
Saints, yeah. And Bo Nix had a pretty good game for
Yeah,
Denver.
exactly.
We'll see. I don't know.
What are you talking about NFL football for? Well, isn't it the same as college football?
Well, pretty much.
Oh.
I think they pay him more in college.
I think
That's
they
the
do pay
difference.
him more in college. Just takes the fun out of it. I mean, I had this discussion with somebody Friday. It just, just takes the fun completely out of college football.
It sure does. Yeah.
Well, what's going to happen to this? Are people going to lose? I don't see people.
I doubt it.
I don't see people putting their tailgates up and staying home. And,
No.
it's just going to be, we're going to go see younger pros.
I think what it's doing is speeding up the process of these bigger programs becoming even more successful.
Yep.
And so now the bigger you are, the Ohio States, the Alabamas, those with this huge money behind them, they're just going to be even better than everybody else. So, I mean, that's kind of they've been paying them anyway for years, let's be honest. But, now it's out in the open, and so the bigger pro ones that are going to continue that success.
Well, I'm really wondering what Tuscaloosa Ted would say about all these. I want to know what these players are now. They're coming to college to learn and to play sports.
Learn what?
And
Learn how to invest their
but
money.
they're getting paid enormous salaries to play.
Education? We don't need education.
What do you think about these players getting paid, Ted?
It don't matter. Win at all costs. And it costs a lot to win.
Alabama people ought to know.
You darn right, man. Darn tootin'. Darn tootin'. My 50-yard line seats are purchased. I'm ready to go.
So you're okay with these guys earning all these big cash, huh?
Win at all costs.
Okay.
Win at all costs.
It's war out there, isn't
You
it?
darn right, it's war. Get in your foxholes and let's roll. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Thank you.
Yeah, better go let the dogs out there. Oh man. I always like to bring in a little Tuscaloosa Ted every once in a while. 601.
I'll be signing 8x10s later on today. Thank you.
Mornings in Meridian, we want to welcome you. Glad you're out there. 601-485-9191 is our talk line. Good morning, caller. How are you?
Yeah, did I hear someone use the term Alabama and honest when it comes to recruiting?
No, I don't think so.
Who is honest anymore?
That's why Saban quit. Everybody could pay him now, so he just got out.
Oh,
That's exactly right.
Hit and
No,
run
that
there.
brings a good point up.
Well, I tell you
Change
what,
the whole dynamic.
You can tell the fall is in the air. The rivalry is
The classiness
coming
has
out.
shown up.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people in this part of the state are Alabama fans because of the fact that, a lot of people from this area have gone to Alabama, So,
or a lot of people haven't gone to Alabama and are still Alabama fans.
Well, that's mostly the case.
Yeah, I know.
That's most the case with anybody.
Yeah.
Really, with any school.
Well, I think state, you have a lot of ties with people who either went there or, family members did.
Yeah.
So their tuition money went there.
Yeah.
I didn't go there, but I spent a lot of money up there.
The one thing I always get on to people about when they said, we did this and, we got that first down. I didn't see you out there on Saturday. So,
Yeah.
I didn't see you out there throwing that football.
We're going to the playoffs, really?
I didn't know you were on the team. I didn't see that.
601-485-9191. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, sir. How y'all doing this morning?
Hey.
Doing fine.
I need to change the subject just for a moment, okay?
Come on.
Welcome
How
to
is
it.
man doing?
Haven't heard from him lately.
Well, I thought about him over the weekend. I said, well, I'll call first thing Monday morning and see how he's doing.
All right. Well, I tell you what, we'll send out the signal.
Maybe somebody will call in and let us know how he's doing.
Well, I'll just ask him. Call in. Let us know how you're doing.
Matt, where are you?
Let's send out the Has. We're going to send out the Has signal here. Give us a call, Has.
What would that signal look like?
And something you've never heard me say on this show. Has, give us a call.
Give us a call.
Yeah.
Give us a call, Has.
There you go.
Y'all
That's a
You
good
tired,
subject. Do you have a football team that you pledge your allegiance to?
Well, let me say this. I don't like football.
You don't.
I don't. I really, every once in a while, I'll catch myself watching the game, but
Yeah.
mostly it's Minnesota or Green Bay. I kind of like them teams.
Sounds like you like pro football.
Well, a little bit. I've
Yeah.
never been a sports fan,
Yeah.
per se.
You must be one. Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't like sports.
Yeah, you must be one of these people like I've often thought. When somebody comes and pays to see me play, then I'll go pay to see them play.
There you go.
Well, the only really sport I like to really watch, and I mean this from my heart,
Yeah.
is watching the little kids play ball, play baseball.
Yeah, the Little League World Series.
Oh, I saw that the other day. A little bit of that.
The World Series actually starts Wednesday. So up in Pennsylvania, Williamsport.
Well, my grandson used to play ball. He played baseball. I
Yeah.
used to go to watch him play.
Now that is, that might be where we sports fans might have to, or you sports fans. I'm kind of like you. I'm not that huge of a sports fan, except I did watch my golf yesterday. But the point is, we may be going to Little League to see some authentic people trying to play that aren't doing it for any other reason other than the fun of the game.
Well, you never know. They may be.
Let's start paying them.
They may
Hot
be.
dogs, candy bars. who knows?
I'm here to negotiate the contract with my 10-year-old son.
With 4 Snapples.
You'd be.
What we doing?
You laugh now, but wait for it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, like I said, I'm not no big sports fan, never have been. Now, I like a little drag racing every once in a while,
There
but
you
that's
go.
about it. That's about it.
Wow.
I tell you, the best time I ever had though was Talladega. First time I ever went there, my son took me there, and I got to watch it live. And that TV don't do it justice. You have to watch it live.
What's that? You got to watch live?
NASCAR.
Over at Talladega.
Yeah.
Right there.
Well, yeah, it's fun to watch it live as long as you don't care knowing who's in first because you can't keep up with them.
All them 50 cars making that left-hand turn all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them don't. They don't even straighten up. They just go straight and then they hit people.
I guess as long as you can watch that with a radio earbud in your ear, then you can keep up with it.
There you go. I guess.
Good stuff. And of course, you can't see the car crashes up close unless you're watching it on TV. Now, that's what you really want to watch it for.
That's the only reason why you really watch it is car races is to watch the race.
Yep.
And watch practice.
The big wreck.
That's the same reason I watched the last presidential debate.
Anyway.
Watch hockey for the fights. Yeah.
That's what you do out there at Wynot Raceway out that way. You watch the racing, boy.
Go out there and get some dirt slung on you. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
And red dirt all over you.
Oh, yeah.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
All right. Good stuff. Hey, good conversation. Thanks for checking in with us. I know you just called in for one thing, but thanks for hanging in there with us a little bit.
Well, just check on Has for me, okay?
We'll do it.
You do it.
We're going to get on that.
Talk to you later.
I'll put my best man on it. 601-485-9191. That's our talk line.
Signal needs to be, how are y'all today?
Well, that would be
Has, where are you at today?
Back to the phones we go. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Roger, you watching debates to watch Biden crash and burn?
Yeah, that was
wow.
That was
Did
really,
he ever?
That's the first time I watched the debate in a long time, all the way through.
Well, crash and burn, he never took off. I mean, you know, he stayed on the ground. That was the problem.
Crash in the race yesterday on the last lap.
Yep.
That was interesting for a lot of folks. But I got a new favorite sport as far as spectator sports, watching the ladies high jump in the Olympics. Did y'all get to watch any of that?
We watched a little bit of that, yeah.
You see the lady from Ukraine?
Yeah. She was impressive.
I don't know if she ever jumped or not. Gosh. Anyway, moving right along. The nuclear submarine with nuclear warheads is heading into the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
Hamas and Iran both plan strikes as early as of today. Israel shot into a schoolhouse, killing 19 Hamas and 71 civilians. Ukraine invaded Russia, went into Russia. Y'all know all this stuff wasn't happening when Trump was president.
Nope.
Not any of this mess that could lead to World War III. And they talk about they're safe and they got it all figured out and all that. Well, anyway, if this is the world that you want to live in, be sure and vote Democrat in November. Thanks a lot, guys.
See,
that's the record right there.
And you know what he's talking about, moving all the ships and everything to the Middle East. I mean, we're pretty clear about moving them. No secret there. We're just broadcasting it. And not only can they see it, you know, the Iranians and various other entities, they can see the, you know, the movement of the ships. But we're telling them they're coming, and so I think that's more of a deterrent than anything else, and it's a pretty major deterrent.
Yeah,
you know?
It is.
We're sending all that over there. You really want to play with us?
It's the walking softly and carrying the big stick, like Theodore Roosevelt always talked about. Yeah, he won the big Navy, and for a reason.
So whoever's in charge of this country is at least doing something. I don't know who that is, but is it Obama? Who knows?
Well,
Nancy Pelosi.
I heard Biden.
None of the choices are really good, are they?
Yeah. We're going to take another phone call here in just a second, but first let's tell folks about Doc's Toyota right up the street there in Philadelphia. You go up there and get a good deal on a brand spanking new, I like that word, spanking new, Toyota.
Spank that car. That's kind of weird. 2024 Camrys, Tacomas, 4Runners, Tundras, Highlanders, Corollas, and the new Land Cruisers.
Yes.
That is a good-looking car.
Sharp.
They have all kinds of brand-new inventory just sitting there waiting on the lot for you to pick it up. Also, a huge,
very, very large
selection of pre-owned inventory. All been through the rigorous multi-point Toyota inspection process, so you know you're getting a good quality used vehicle. Check them out on Highway 16 West in Philadelphia, Mississippi. It's just a short drive. Or, even better, go to their website, docstoyota.com. They've got all their inventory listed there. You can even purchase the vehicle online. How cool is that? Now, all dealerships have deals. You know, you get a toaster, a blender. Who wants that stuff? Not me. I've already got a toaster and a blender.
Or phone charger.
Now, wait a minute. Yeah, a phone charger. Well, nobody wants a deal like that, but I tell you where to get the best deal is Doc's, because there is no deal
like a Doc's deal.
I want to get back to spanking vehicles.
Whoa, that's a
spanking new
vehicles.
Brand spanking new.
You can't spank the old ones.
Someone just tuned in and they're like, they're talking about spanking.
What?
It's Monday morning. We had to take
it's just
it
an
in a weird
interesting
direction.
term, brand spanking new. I guess that's in reference to a baby, I guess, coming out where you spank.
Right, spank and make it cry.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
bad baby.
Whoa, that's
liar. There we go. He's got 1 million of them, folks. 601-485-9191. Good morning, caller. Thank you for being out there.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you today?
The mayor.
Good morning. How was life at the VFW this Saturday?
Oh, it was great, except our number was way down. But other than that,
Oh, no.
the music's good.
Less ladies to dance with.
And I know it. I just had to do a few repeats.
A few repeats. Let's go round again.
Who's
Yeah,
ready
the
for number
ladies
2?
had to put up with me more than one time. But there's nothing like the smell of a good, brand new, spanking car.
Yeah. There you go. That new car smell.
You got it.
Got a HAZ report.
Good.
Last time I talked to him, he said he did get the report back from the test, and it showed that it was negative for cancer, so that's good.
Yay.
Good.
Praise the Lord for that.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, he is having a pretty hard time recouping because it really knocked the starch out of him. So
Imagine.
he'll be back online pretty soon, I'm sure.
Well, see, we put the signal out there, and now we got a HAZ report, and we
There we go.
appreciate that.
Good deal.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah. You know, I got another comment about the shooting of the...
Well, before you comment about the shooting, I just say, isn't it something that for the news around the area, we go to the most active 95-year-old I've ever known, who flirts with more women on a Saturday night than some people do in their 20s.
There you go.
And he has the report on HAZ for us. So good job on you, Benny. We've got to have you around, buddy. Good job.
Thank you. 96. Just don't cheat you out of a year on Earth.
Yeah, that's right. 96.
Wow.
That's right. That last birthday, was it March? Is that when your birthday was?
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm a spring baby.
Spring.
March.
You were spanked in the spring.
Oh, man.
All right, but you were
Leave
going
that
to
one alone.
you were
Yeah.
going to go somewhere else with something about the shooting.
Yeah, I was just wondering. The part I heard on the national news, I thought I heard 3 shots. I just heard today that there was 5 shots. Does anybody have a clue exactly how many shots had
The Trump
been
shooting?
at all?
Is that what we're done?
This is in relation to the attempted assassination on Donald Trump?
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's 3 people. Was 1 killed, Trump was injured, and 2 more were injured. So I just wonder if it's 5 shots, where'd the other shots go?
I think the other 2 killed the shooter. They were from the sniper.
Oh, well, it could have been. Yeah.
Well, I'm not clear. I know there was more than 3 sounds heard. There's for sure, because if you listened, it's kind of like it. There was one initial, and then there was some rapid succession.
I heard 3, and then I later on thought I heard 2 more. So that was probably the sniper taking them out.
Could have been, yeah.
But it's just everybody was aware of that man. They also knew he was a threat, and they allowed it to carry itself out because just think now, if he had been successful and killed Trump, where would we be today? I mean, to tell you that it would have been a totally different ball game.
Would be Nikki Haley taking on Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
Or maybe Joe
Probably
Biden would still be in, maybe.
Ooh, shakalaka. Well,
Yeah,
nah, I think I don't know. I think they're going to take Joe out anyway because if he was going to lose to Trump, then he was sure going to lose to one of the other stars of the Republican Party.
I don't know.
Because I feel like that.
I don't think so.
Nah.
Put him up against Nikki Haley. I don't think so.
Absolutely.
Well, what about the governor of Florida guy?
DeSantis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Biden and DeSantis.
Could be.
Oh, yeah. That was Bernie Sanders. He'd make a good one.
Because you would eliminate any of the anti-Trump mentality that's out there, then that would bring in a fresh view of, okay, let's see what the Republicans got. Anyway, we just stepped all over your time here, sir, but appreciate you checking in, and thank you for that report, sir.
Thank you. I hope everyone has a great day.
All right. Mornings in Meridian. There you go. It's just that easy. You send out the signal and you get a report. So I'm glad that the report did come back negative for hazmat. That's a good thing.
Great.
It's Mornings in Meridian. We need to take a break for Fox News, and we'll come back afterwards and take some more phone calls, some more discussion. Good calls, folks. Call on in there. And we've already heard from at least 4 different people, and including the 5th, Tuscaloosa Ted.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
That's right. That's right.
He don't care how much you pay them players, as long as Alabama wins.
Right. Wins on.
back. Mornings in Meridian. Playing a little bit of Sultans of Swing there by Dire Straits. Mark Knopfler, 75 years old today. Happy birthday, Mark. Can he play or what? His middle name is Fruder.
Fruder.
F-R-E-U-D-E-R.
Poor guy.
Like Freud, but with a "er" on the end.
Fruder, is that?
Fruder.
You watch your mouth, that F word.
Freuder.
Fruder.
I know. Watch your mouth, that F word. That's funny. Other birthdays include, actor George Hamilton, 85.
Wow, thought he died a few years ago.
A lot of plastic surgery.
And
Well,
he was okay.
Got a deep tan, too.
Yeah, there you go. Used to own property in Natchez, I believe, at one time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Natchez, Mississippi. Let's see, other birthdays. Looking at the list here. Let's see what we got here. Anybody jumping off the page there? Buck Owens was born on this day in 1929. Yeah. He would have been 95. May have to dig in the old legend stack and see if we can find some Buck Owens.
When he said digging, I was like, well, I'm not going to go dig for Buck.
Nope. Got to dig about 6 feet for that one.
Let's go dig him out there. Let's go to Bakersfield. And see what we can
Flashlight and a
find.
shovel.
That's right.
That's right. You guys handle that.
Pat Metheny, 70 years old.
Okay.
And Kid Creole, 74. All right, happy birthday. If the 12th day of August is your birthday.
Trying to figure out who that was.
That was an Elvis movie or something.
Well, yeah. Okay, anyway. And if you remember the film The Ten Commandments, Cecil B. DeMille was born on this day also. He was the director of that movie.
Cecil.
And now they have the Lifetime Achievement Award for the Oscars named after.
That's
Cecil.
it.
You know, you don't have a whole lot of kids named Cecil these days, do you?
No.
Nah,
You
don't
notice
see
that. Maybe there'll be a trend back to that, you know.
Really?
Maybe.
Nah, okay.
Who wants to?
The only other Cecil I can think is the baseball player. Was it Cecil Fielder?
Cecil Fielder, yeah, that's right.
That's the only other one I can think of.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you have it, folks.
Yes, indeed.
Well, let's see. There you have it. Here's what Charles is going to do when he gets to the office
Really?
today.
What am I going to do?
Well, you're going to get on.
coffee.
You're going to look around and see what you need from the Southern Business Supply, and then you're going to place an order with Southern Business Supply, and then receive it on the next day, tomorrow.
It is my Monday morning tradition. That's exactly right. You know, I look at what we need.
See?
We have a list that we compile throughout the week. We need
Compile
rubber
a
bands.
list.
We actually need a new adding machine because our other one's making a funny noise and the paper's not coming through.
Roll.
It's going like
Yeah,
that. So.
and there's just not a, there's just not a Emmett's Fix-It shop here in Meridian.
Well, we
anymore.
use a little dust and all that. You know, the duster, the candy air, and that didn't help. And so,
Remember in Mayberry they used to take their stuff to Emmett's Fix-It shop?
well, you don't need to do that here.
Irons and
Yep. There was an episode on the other day, and it had that on there. So
Well, they needed a Southern Business Supply. And we've got one here. And all you need to do is
Hey.
go to southernbusinesssupply.com or go see them at 5685 Dale Drive. They're open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, or even easier, give them a call, 601-485-2447. All of your office supplies, everything you need, everything, even furniture. They've got it all at Southern Business Supply. When you buy local, your money stays here.
which is nice.
It doesn't go anywhere else.
No.
It stays right here. And say no to the big box stores and say yes to southernbusinesssupply.com.
Good job. Southern Business Supply, just right there on Dale Drive, just across the Wayman Newell Bridge.
Yep.
Guys, is. Hey, Wayman, if you're out there listening, hope you're having a good day.
We like your bridge.
We do like your
Nice and
bridge.
smooth.
Real nice bridge.
Smooth bridge.
It's a brand spanking new bridge.
601-485-9191 is our talk line. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Good morning, guys. Come in peace. Love everybody. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Hey, Cincinnati James.
All right. Well, we know the president race is a popularity contest for the most part to most voters. The popularity contest. And, you know, I used to be a Trumper for about 2 months, and then I bagged off of it. So I just look at it, you know, if the people. So after this election is over, and I know the vote is November the 5th, but then it depends on the lawsuits and whatever goes behind it. You know, we need to get back to some civility, you know, and move stuff forward. And in Meridian, we will have a perfect opportunity to move forward. You know, and reverse some of the stuff that's holding Meridian down and backwards. You know, that retirement
I think
community center.
What Meridian has to be focused on more than the presidential election is the next year is going to be the municipal election.
That's right. Next year's election year for the city.
We're actually less than a year away from that election.
Yep.
Right. That need to be focused on too. And you know, and
Mississippi James for mayor. Mississippi James for mayor. Mississippi James for mayor.
Hey, you guys wouldn't want to follow a leader like me. You wouldn't want to follow me.
At least we know. We could have you on the radio.
Yeah.
Oh, I may run away from that when I start getting attacked.
What's his campaign slogan? I come in peace. I love everybody, and you ain't nothing you can do about it.
Well, see, some don't like peace, so I may start getting darts at me because some like the evil part, you know, the negative part.
You can't make money with peace.
Right. Well, yeah, you can.
No, you can't make money with peace. I mean, if everybody
Don't
agrees,
say that, Roger.
No, you can't. You can't make any money with peace. You get if you start having no racism and fighting. You can't do the race baiting. You can't lose those dollars to the.
Don't they talk about peace?
If you
and
don't
prosperity?
have wars, you gotta build those war machines. So you gotta be able to get those government contracts filled, and you can't. James, you can't make money at peace.
That's a sad commentary. You can make more money at peace than you can at war. War costs so much more.
Oh,
yeah. A few people make money. I agree with that, no doubt about it. But
the media is number one at making money and keeping the rally
stirred
up.
That's what I say. A few sectors make money at war. I agree with that. Big money. But the majority of people, and be productive. They'll be positive, and all the other stuff that we preach about as, what I want to say. I hate to say religion, but lack of a better word. In our religion, that we preach that every Sunday. It's like it's only being preached on Sunday. You know, we need to do that 24/7, round the clock, 365.
365.
Right, that's where it needs to be. But like I say, I was a Trumper for about 2 months. Hey, when that man first came out, I said, hey, he's saying what I've been saying for the last 30 years.
Now you're going to get behind him again this year. I appreciate that. You're going to get it back.
Hey,
behind him.
I am behind him. On some of the things he do.
Yeah.
On some of the things he do.
Yeah.
So no problem with that. But like I say, as we know, voting is a popularity contest. So the pendulum has swung the other way, and it may swing back in the next, we got 80, 84, 85 days.
Well, I'll tell you something, that I think you're right, that for a lot of people it is a popularity contest, but I think with both of these candidates, neither one is very likable as a person, so people may delve more into the issues than they have before. Just a thought that I have, that I don't think that there's so much popularity with either one of them going on.
Which is why
there.
Harris is taking some of the policies that Trump mentioned when he said about the tips.
Because it's becoming more of a policy-driven
taxing
election
of the
than
tips.
just a who do we like, who do we. I would like to have a beer with that guy, or whatever it would be. But we may.
Are you saying Harris is a guy you'd like to have a beer with that guy?
I don't know what she identifies as. I don't judge anybody these days. I'm like, hey, you do what you do.
There you go.
Hey, I agree with you, Mr. Fraser, in the long run, but most people can't think that long, or that thorough.
What I have a hard time believing is that there's a group of undecideds out there.
Yeah.
I don't believe anybody at this point has not decided who they plan to vote for in November.
I do believe it. And that's a lot of your independent, because they saying first, a lot of them was going to
I like that. I like that independent thing. Yeah, I'm an independent thinker. I'm an independent voter. I'm looking it over, trying to decide who I'm going to vote for. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, that's part of your voting base. You better not ignore it. You'll lose it.
Well, I
think that there's a lot of people out there who think, you know what, I'm so fed up with both candidates, I'm not even going to vote. And those are the undecided ones, whether or not they're going to vote.
I see.
And then they will probably, I think, shift towards the Republican side, because I think that most Democrats are going to walk in line in lockstep, and they're going to go with that. The Republicans are the ones who not necessarily anti-Trumpers. The people just don't care for him, really.
Yeah.
But they're like, he's got the policies I like. It's closer aligned with what I believe. But I think there's a lot of people that just don't like Donald Trump. Don't like his personality. He's very grating, but they're going to vote for him anyway in the end. But that's the undecided. It's not undecided who they're going to vote for. It's undecided whether or not they're going to vote. And I know of several people who are in that boat who say, I don't feel like voting.
Well, and plus, too, piggyback off of that, it's not just the domestic issues here at home. What about foreign policy? Who do you trust more with foreign policy?
Especially given the turmoil that we're in right now.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Anyway, Mississippi James, you still with us there? Cincinnati James, Mississippi James, whichever state you're in today.
Hey, I'll see you guys in November.
All right.
Bunker down for the winter.
All right, sir. Appreciate that.
All right, take care.
Thanks for the call.
Thanks for the call. 601-485-9191 puts you right here.
Yeah, just put yourself in that situation for a minute with everything that is going on overseas. Who do you trust more to handle this right now?
Yeah.
But we've had the presidential campaign for forever. Of course, we did have a changing of the candidate on the Democrat side, but really, where have you been for the last 10 years to not know where you're going to be not to know which side of the voting hall you're going to go on in November? Really?
Well, I'm an independent, see. I take pride in being an independent.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, and that goes back to we feel that way. I think there's probably not a lot, if any, independent voters in our region, but unfortunately, there's probably some in other areas of the country. So
I think that a lot of
different
people,
ideologies and different ways of thinking.
Right.
So.
I think a lot of people are in the middle as far as some things they agree with some party and others with another. So which mostly lines up with what they agree with. I mean, I would consider myself fiscally conservative, but socially liberal. And I think a lot of people in the same boat. Do what you will. I don't care.
But
leave it alone. Don't legislate it. But you do you, I'll do me.
But whichever way they gravitate, I maintain that they've already gravitated to that side.
Probably so. That's fair enough.
So
but I think that they once again, though, they like certain aspects of each party. And so they are kind of in the middle. They call themselves and they identify as, see, there I go again.
He, she is.
Right. I'm identifying as an independent today just because I feel like it. So they're kind of on the fence with a lot of things. So there may be more people like that than you realize.
Maybe so.
That aren't just in one corner or the other.
Maybe so.
Because those pollsters have to have something to put on the screen.
That's
the
right.
Independent vote, they have to have something.
You can't
to
just
put
call
on
the
screen.
election in August. That'd be no fun.
They have to have something to do for the next 2-3 months.
They got to earn their money, right?
That's
Sell
right.
those ads. Come on.
That's right.
Yeah. If it's a foregone conclusion, ain't no selling the ads.
That commercial's gonna sway me.
Yeah, right.
I like when they do these little breakfast, interviews at Fox News. They go in to talk to people, and who are you? Well, I'm looking at the candidates, and I'm trying to decide who's.
Shut up and eat your flapjacks.
Let me in that room. Let me in that room. That is baloney. You know who you're going to vote for. Oh, mercy. Mornings in Meridian, it's just the way it is in this crazy thing called politics. We all want to just kind of position ourselves and, play. Like you said, you do you, you do me. Well, you do me, I do me. I don't know.
I'm voting with my stomach.
Hey, there you go. That's right.
That's what Trump said.
A lot of people do that, don't they? Mornings in Meridian. And Americans have some pretty big stomachs.
That's right.
Blowing Dixie, double fall.
Our man from Bakersfield. One of our men from Bakersfield. Buck Owens. Be sure and check out our classic country station, The Legend, 105.7. You can hear old Buck. That's a goodie from the old days. And, of course, he was born on this day in 1929. So, happy birthday, Buck. All right, mornings in Meridian. We're glad you're out there. Roger, along with Rob.
Good morning.
Charles is in the house.
In the house.
In the house. That's exactly right. Which is not really a house. It looks like a house, but it's really a studio. But we're glad you're out there.
Live here?
What's that?
Here? Rob lives here, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much.
Spends more time here than at home. Okay.
I got a hidden cot.
Yeah, hidden cot.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It's like a secret room.
That's
Wow.
right.
All right.
We always tell you here on this show, don't be a dumb bunny. Or if you want to start something, go to Battery One Source.
Or you just call somebody a dumb bunny. That'll start something. Well, if
that's
you
true.
Call the wrong person a dumb bunny. You call me a dumb bunny. Let's get something started. That's right. Battery One Source, 2618 North Frontage Road, in between exit 152 and 153. That's where you will find John Dufour, and his crew of battery experts. They've got batteries for every need and description. Watches, remote cell phones, even laptop computers. You know, if your laptop computer doesn't have a battery, it's not really a laptop. No, it's a desktop. Well, make it a laptop once again and go see John Dufour and his crew. And, of course, he's also got golf cart repair and service.
He does that.
A cell phone repairman. Best guy in the business, said. Open 8 to 4:30, Monday through Friday. Go check them out. And, of course, they also have battery tenders, maintainers, cables, and they'll test your batteries for free. Battery One Source is your one source for all batteries. 2618 North Frontage Road, 601-693-1500.
You know, our guest that's coming up next hour has stopped by Chick-fil-A and has brought us something, so that's kind of a nice gesture there.
That's blessed chicken.
So we're looking forward to that. Yeah, that's.
I think so. It's well done.
But a chicken story out of Chicago reveals that a food service director is going to be serving time for stealing chicken wings.
Those are pretty valuable.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of chicken.
Well, a former Chicago area school food service director is paying the price for not paying attention to the school menu. Vera Liddell will spend the next 9 years behind bars after pleading guilty to stealing $1.5 million worth of chicken wings over a period of nearly 2 years.
Is she kind of a big woman? I mean, I'm just curious. I don't know if there's a picture there.
Liddell began placing chicken wing orders with a supplier.
I'm sorry, I kind of linked it.
Liddell began placing chicken wing orders with a supplier in July of 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic. She began placing. She was caught when a 2023 audit showed food services of $300,000 over budget just midway through the school year, and the chicken wing purchases were discovered. The slip-up was that Liddell didn't take into account that wings aren't on the menu because they have bones.
Oh.
I still want to know the answer to his question.
Yeah. After gaining 275 pounds, school officials got suspicious.
I'm guessing there was some local restaurateur.
Oh, I see.
I'm
Not for
guessing.
personal consumption.
That's how it all starts.
I think somebody was getting a good deal on chicken wings.
I bet they were, too. All right.
So $1.5 million worth of chicken wings.
How many chicken wings would that be? I mean, if a wing is like 20 cents each.
Now you're the expert on this now. You'll have to show us that one there. Whew. So there you go.
So that's why the menu price went up.
All right, they're saying an audit revealed this. I mean, how long does it take them to catch on the fact that wings are being ordered and it's not on a menu?
And at $1.5 million worth?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think it would raise a red flag.
Another related story is she also during time for serving time for ordering light beer for the for the school menu, which was not on the school menu.
Yeah.
No, just kidding about that. But the point was,
It wouldn't be light beer. Yeah. Like she's too. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. We're not gonna do that anymore.
Don't stop. You're on a roll. I like it.
rolling right along,
yes,
right?
indeed.
Yeah, there you go. So that's
All
just
right.
kind of one of those, it's like, hey, I can do this because I'm the director of food service, and nobody will ever know.
Nobody will know.
That
Oh,
we ordered chicken wings, which have bones, which aren't even allowed to be served in the school.
In the school.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
Should order the chicken tenders.
so I think that'll reduce her time because she should have been caught long before this. It's like, come on, people. What were you thinking?
Or somebody else needs to go to jail too.
Just another day in the Chicago school system.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, that's it for what I got, guys. What do you want to tickle the? Well, I guess we can talk about coming up. We're going to be talking about football.
Football.
In East Mississippi Community College. We're talking about JUCO, junior college football.
How much they paying him over there?
We'll find out. Good for Amy Moore next hour is are they have they started paying the junior colleges yet?
Right. Paying them nil. Which, yeah.
There you go. So that's going to be, well, I guess if you think about it, they're going to have to do that to compete with the college programs.
Well, when does high school start paying them?
Well, that's going to follow after that. Yeah, that's
Little League.
Little
right?
League World
That's it.
Series,
Yeah,
it's
that's
coming.
somebody mentioned the Little League World Series before the last segment, and that I caught a little bit of that on the television. I forget where I was.
Yeah, it was the regionals. Yeah, wasn't the World Series? It was regionals.
Okay, we have the regionals there.
Yeah, the World Series starts Wednesday.
But that was, I guess my wife and I were at a restaurant or something. It was on the television screen, and
They
was
have
pretty cool.
they have the
Sounds like a bar.
They have the baseball World Series, and then they have the
It's a
softball
restaurant.
World Series. So they have the softball World Series too. So
Okay,
yeah, got to separate them.
softball. This
It's
was
good because we're kind of in that time period where there's not much going on. You got the major leagues, of course, getting closer to October, but not quite there yet. You see the pennant races heating up and that sort of thing. But football hadn't started yet. You're watching some really bad preseason games.
Yeah, really bad.
So now we got the little, Olympics is done with all that weird stuff, and now we're on Little League. So.
Little League.
In college, 24th it starts.
Well, we're going to, when we come back, we're going to be visiting with a gentleman who is on the board at East Mississippi Community College. We're going to be talking
Important
about
guy.
the Lions and some of the stuff going on up there, and he's just one of the guys I love sitting there talking trash with.
And he brings his biscuits.
So Jimmy Moore will be here with us when we come back. In Meridian, the second hour of the two best hours of local live talk radio here in East Mississippi, West Alabama. So glad you're out there. Roger, along with Rob.
Good morning.
Charles is in the house.
In the house.
And in just a moment, we're going to introduce our guest for this segment. Yes, he is, well, we'll talk about him in just a moment, but let's say thank you to Purvis Business Machines because they are some fantastic people that give service and not excuses.
That's right. They've been doing that since 1979. Of course, they are all about connectivity. They will connect that Purvis Business Machine to all your devices, and it will print, scan, copy, you name it, it will do it. Won't get you coffee just yet, but, maybe that's next year's model that'll do that.
Yeah.
Of course, they also have lease return color copies. You can save up to 85% on those.
85%?
You can't save up to 85% on anything these days except a lease return color copier at Purvis Business Machines. Go check them out online, gopurvis.com, or go by their wonderful showroom, 4505 Highway 39 North, or call them. This number is easy to remember, 601-693-COPY. And Roger, as you said, their motto, service, not excuses. Been doing it since 1979. That is Purvis Business Machines. Wonderful folks.
It's Mornings in Meridian. We're glad you're out there. Want you to be part of the show. But we're going to take a call here in just a second, but we're going to introduce our friend here, Mr. Jimmy Moore. He's in the house here with us. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me be here.
We need to take this call, Jimmy, before we start our interview with you, if that's okay,
That's
sir.
great, sir.
Well, thank you for coming in, by the way. And thank you for the chicken biscuit. That was good. All right. To the phones we go. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
MAGA morning to American patriots.
Answer the call.
We sent out the signal, and here he is.
It's like y'all turned the Batman light on.
I told him, I said, that should be our call sign, our call out for you. It's like, how are y'all today?
That's it. Well,
how are you doing, friend?
I think God's going to let the old lion hang around a while longer. Maybe fight a few more fights and win a few more battles for him and country.
Amen. Come on.
Well, take care of yourself. We're glad to know you're doing better, though.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. But
now we heard by way of grapevine that the test came back negative for cancer. Is that right?
That's correct.
Praise the Lord.
Absolutely. Way past my pay grade.
Yeah, I understand, sir. But well, good to hear you today. Now, please continue.
And just when you think it can't get any more bizarre or strange, and here's a new buzzword the demon cats have: it's weird.
Weird.
Now, if you boys ain't weird, there ain't no such thing as weird.
Fair enough.
They got one of every kind of pervert, deviant, demonic, possessed person known to man in Biden's cabinet.
Yeah.
And if you're not strange, weird, and different, you can't be a player in the demon cat party. But I'm looking at that pair up. Now, I know the demon cats are the enemy of America and my sworn enemy, but is Camilla, whatever it is, Camel Toe, is her and this other ding dong, is that the best you boys got? I can't wait for the debate with Trump. It'll be like Einstein debating Clarabelle the clown.
You've heard what Walt's nickname is, right? Tampon Tim.
I think we should just call him Tim.
Oh my God, yeah, that'd be a good one now.
Yeah, because
he made up this fabricated story about his military service, and you can always spot a Democrat or demon cat, as I call them, when they're lying because their lips are moving. And it was good when they wore the mask because it put a plug on both ends like a diaper for your mouth. Same thing coming out. It's just coming out both ends.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And they try to sell the same stuff. And people are smarter than that, man. Most people are.
Well.
And they see these people for what kind of joke woke that they are. And I like what DeSantis says about Florida. Florida is where woke comes to die.
Yes.
That's right.
That is it.
And the more I see this J.D. Vance, the more I like him.
Yeah.
Now,
he's a good one.
He's been down that
full bore road. He served his country in the Marine Corps. He's got common sense. He's got right on his side, and he says the things that I believe in and want to hear. Like, we want to make America great once again. We want a strong military. We want to close that dead-gum border. We want to round these killers and muggers and robbers all up and deport this trash.
Yep.
This is not the dumping ground for the world. This is our piece of dirt, and we need to defend it. And just like over in the Middle East, that is fixing to escalate. It can't help but escalate. And now I saw a blip somewhere. Turkey is wanting to invade Israel. Well, I thought Turkey was a NATO member or ally or something, but see, they're all in it together. And the only friend Israel's got in the whole world is the United States, and I don't know what kind of level of friend we are now to them, but we need to be a good friend. The nation that shall bless Israel, I shall bless them. But the nation that shall curse Israel, I will curse them. We don't want to bring the ire of God down upon us. We better be on his side and his country and his people's side. Roger that.
All right.
For those who were wondering about Hazmat, he's back.
Alive and well.
There you go.
Well, I don't know about well, but
there you go.
Yeah, he's alive.
What I was going to say about the whole Middle East thing, and they're talking about, they don't want to disrupt an event this Thursday where there's a peace talk. There's a chance of, which translates how much money is the United States going to pay who?
Yeah,
and that's what that boils down
right.
to. 601-485-9191. Hold those calls for now because Jimmy is here. Our man from he is the man to know when it comes to getting some things done about your trash because he knows all about it. He is one big trash talker. Of course, he is a representative for Arrow Disposal. They are the company that contracts to pick up your garbage at your driveway here in Lauderdale County.
Correct, sir.
So good to see
and
you
we're
again,
glad
sir.
to do so.
He also is a board member of the East Mississippi Community College. He worked there. He's now serving there on the board, and we're here to talk about. Let's see, is it the volleyball program? Is it the
rhythmic gymnastics,
cornhole championships?
What I'm really here to talk about is the entire athletic program from a different perspective.
Oh, okay.
Learning.
Oh, what?
What's that?
Student athlete.
Student athletes.
There is such a thing.
Yes.
Oh, good.
That are not given leeway over other students. They have to earn their GPA just like everybody else does.
So, in other words, if they're on the football team, they've got to study as well.
That is correct.
Okay.
And they take courses other than basket weaving and things that have historically been accused not only of EMCC, but most institutions that have successful athletic.
I thought it was underwater.
Yeah, but you would think that every college football player would be a real good basket weaver by now. I mean, that's a whole cottage industry. Like, I'm going to retire from the NFL. I'm going to make baskets.
Correct.
I mean,
I'd just like to say on behalf of the management and staff of this station that no offense to anybody who has a basket weaving degree or does any basket weaving, whether above the surface of the water or below the surface of the water.
Subterranean.
Yeah.
Even below the dirt.
I second your motion. No.
Well, Jimmy, you talking about and you've been here before. We talked about the Lions and the program there. Of course, football season is about to kick off here.
Almost
When's the first game?
29th of August.
29th of August.
Home, Gulf Coast at home.
All right. Okay. Good deal.
Strong in the north, strong in the south. Meet the first game. We'll see what happens. It's a good test for both teams.
Yeah.
Heat certainly will play a factor as in all football programs. That goes back to conditioning, what you've done prior to the game. I think we're in good shape as far as football goes this year. We welcomed back, and I did not know this until last week, we welcomed back the 23-24 National Junior College Athletic Association Offensive Player of the Year in the nation. Ty Keys, the quarterback, he's back.
Hey.
I did not know he had a year of eligibility, but that should help us. 3 offensive linemen returning, some great recruits. I'm told a lot of speed. We've always had a lot of speed. That's what our offense is centers around. we do play an aggressive offensive scheme.
Now,
People like that. But I think we're going to be, depends on what's the traditional phrase, how we gel.
How far did you make it last year? Or the Lions?
Well, we made it to the national championship and suffered the agony of defeat, as they used to say on ABC Sports lead in, 61-14.
Yeah.
We basically did not show up to play. We showed up. It was a 4-team format. We were number 4, so we had to play number 1.
Yeah.
In Hutchinson, Kansas. It was cold.
Mm-hmm.
I was there. We defeated Hutch, as they're called.
Yeah.
So then 2 weeks later, we go to Little Rock, Arkansas, to play for the national championship in a better environment as far as weather, but we didn't play well. We got beat.
Yeah.
So we're national runner-up. I told a lot of people, they said, well, they were sad, to coin a redneck phrase they use, down in the mouth, didn't know what to say. I said, every other community college team in the state of Mississippi is at home watching. We're here playing.
Yeah.
That's something you can always remember.
Sure.
You played for the national championship.
That's right.
And you came from the ashes and rose up because we lost 3 games. And due to some wins we had and other things that had to happen, we won the state championship again and then progressed to the national playoffs. So we're proud of that. But what I'm here to talk about, I'll get off on.
No. This is. I know what you come to talk about, but we just want to talk about what we want to talk about.
Okay, I understand. This is your program.
That's right.
I'll take this however I want to.
Yeah, that's right. No, the football aspect of it is. I know that's part of the athletic program at EMCC, and you want to talk about the academic aspect of an athlete on that campus.
Correct.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You have the floor.
Thank you. This was just released last month, July the 18th, because they had to do all of the GPAs at the state level and so forth. First of all, our men's basketball program tied for first place in the National Junior College Athletic Association for the highest GPA. Didn't win, but they tied for first, 3.60. As we all know, the GPA has always been the standard. The 4-point is perfect, all A's. And I may stand corrected on this. I think if you transfer to a D1 school, you got to have a 2.5. I think that's correct. So we want to shoot above that. But the men's basketball team was a 3.6 GPA. All athletic teams, and since I sat in this chair before here talking to you, we've added men and women's soccer. They're in this mix. And, of course, about rodeo and golf and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Excuse me. Overall, for last school year, the GPA of all our athletes was 3.34 for all sports. We had one program, and I won't single them out in case somebody's listening and don't want to hurt their feelings. We had one program that was 2.96. So they were almost at the 3-point. And the one that we've been talking about the last few minutes, they made 3-point. Football made 3.05 GPA as a team. I'm proud of that. We talk about the wins and the accolades and the great program we've had for a lot of years under Buddy Stevens. It's true. National championships speak for themselves. And I go back to, we did a very poor job getting the message out there. I think in 2018, I may stand corrected, but in the history of the National Junior College Athletic Association that particular year, we won the national championship, and our football program had the highest GPA of any sport in the nation, or any football program in the nation. So that was not the trifecta, but we got 2 of the 3. And we were proud of that, and a lot of people didn't know it, and that's our fault. Shame on us. But we won both ways. Also last year, 22-23, there's an award called the David Halbrook Award. It's a state award.
David Halbrook?
Halbrook, Halbrook.
Okay.
AVID.
Yeah.
Sorry. No,
I didn't. It's awarded to the community college whose sophomore athletes have the highest graduation percentage.
Okay, there you go.
Ours for all sports is 97.3%. So we had 2 and a part of people 2.7 that didn't make it for graduation. But we're proud of that. We also won that in, what was it, 18, 19, and I think 21, 22. No, 22, 23. We won it back-to-back the last 2 years. So all of those things make me proud as a board member, as a former employee. And I think that will continue.
It's the stuff that goes unnoticed.
The only thing that goes unnoticed, I go back to a coach that served at East Mississippi a long time ago. You may remember him, J.C.R. Man.
Oh, yeah.
He coached at Pearl River, coached at East Central, coached at East Mississippi. He said, and what he said is correct, in this part of the country, in the southeastern United States, in the fall of the year, when you pick up the Sunday newspaper or look online at the headlines now, do you see who made the dean's list or do you see who won the football game? Now, that's a very true statement.
I would say that's the way it is in most any country, every part of the country, northeast, southeast. Do they have football in the Northwest?
Sort of. Oregon. That's about it.
Yeah, Washington made the national championship last year.
So you know, there are a lot of things much more important than a 11-0 record of whatever it is in athletics. That's for 1 or 2 years of your life. You've got to live the rest of your life, ever how long you're allowed to stay on this earth, and you have to be hopefully gain some knowledge so you can go to work. And I've heard you talk on this program several times over the past months. There was a big issue in Lauderdale County, and it was talked about workforce and facilities and so forth. And, you know, workforce development is a term today that everybody uses. I sat in on an interview several years ago with somebody, and one of the candidates said something that has always stuck with me. It applies now to people with GPA that are going to do college transfer curriculums and go on to a college, as well as people who are going to take a 9-month program or a 2-year program and go to work. This candidate said, somebody said, well, what do you think are the differences in workforce development and college parallel programs, or taking something in the guise of workforce development? She said, the lady said, well, aren't they both the same? Said, we're training people or educating people to either transfer a degree to go, or we're giving them specific training in a particular vocation for 1 year, 2 years, whatever, to go to work at that time. They just go to work quicker. And that has always stayed with me. So I think workforce development is the whole curriculum of a community college. And as everybody in this room knows, I think the community college system in the state of Mississippi is the best one in the nation. By far. I can defend that with statistics. I can defend it any way you want to talk about it, but we've got a great system. We do a lot of great training, and we have some tremendous athletic programs. One thing I did not mention, I'll raise one flag. Some of you listeners may or may not know that have not been to campus. I think last year was the first year we had the football artificial turf redone, which it needed. You have to do it about every 10 years, and I think we went 11.
Make a note, Meridian.
Yeah, Meridian.
We completely put artificial turf on the baseball field. We did that last year was the first year, and it looks like a different place. The women's softball program is next.
Well, I just want to say I don't want to discourage anybody from doing their very best scholastically. The 4.0 is certainly worth a target to shoot for. But let me talk to you high twos out there. You know, you can be successful with a GPA in the high twos. In fact, take a look at me. I don't have but one job. I have 3 jobs.
Success?
Yeah, all right.
I have 3 jobs.
This is what you might end up. Go for the 4.0.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
And as you're staring at the...
It's a good argument.
And then when you get to the retirement age, you're thinking, I can't quit.
That's right.
You just can't stop. No.
Retirement age. Look at me.
How old are you, Jimmy?
Oh, that's a personal matter.
That's a personal matter.
Well, it's not like you're a woman. Come on.
I'm 74 years young.
Look at you. Look at you. There you go.
And constantly am working either in my chosen vocation of 32 years or some other form or fashion.
That's right.
But I don't want to stop.
Yeah, we just won't want to stop. We're going to keep going.
Keep rolling.
And so there you have it. I tell you what, you don't have to run off, but we're going to do a Fox News break and come back. Is that all right?
Yes, sir. This is your show.
Stay with us.
It's the minimum wage.
We thought about the breeze. There's your theme there, Jimmy.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Well, it's the least we can do.
Gets my motor running for the week.
For the week.
For the week. There you go. Glad we could help. We can also help you find a good roofer because a lot of you have a business or a home that's a big investment for you and it needs a new roof. Well, guess what? We know who to send. Martin Roofing.
Doug and Doug. Doug. That's right. Give them a call, 601-485-5920. We'll get you in touch with Doug Martin Jr. or Doug Martin Sr. They've been doing roofing right for over 30 years. Locally owned and operated, of course, licensed in the state of Mississippi. And they take pride in standing behind their work from start through cleanup. And I mean cleanup. It's like they were never there except for you got a brand new roof. And it don't leak. Give them a call today for your free, I said free, estimate, and they'll also come by and inspect your roof for damage. That number is 601-485-5920. And, of course, Martin Roofing is a member of the Better Business Bureau because they are a better business. Get your roof done right and call Martin Roofing today.
Ah, good. Excellent. Well, we're moving right along. Jimmy Moore still with us, representing East Mississippi Community College. And, of course, we've been talking about the importance of academics when you're in athletics. And evidently, the folks that arrive on campus at EMCC are told they need to study as well as practice.
Oh, that's correct. And
so that's good.
I didn't mention a few minutes ago, what's the phrase a lot of people use? It takes a village. It takes the athletes' dedication to studies. It takes the counselors' dedication to helping them. If they need tutoring, we have a tutoring program. The instructors, the support of the administration. It takes all of those things together to be successful. I mean, it's a team effort, just like the football team is a team effort. And one other comment that I have about athletes, I used to be one before I got old and fat. And my knees went out and everything else. Perhaps the chicken wings Charles talked about, I was having some of those.
Stop eating the chicken wings.
$1.5 million worth of chicken wings? Wow.
I got my money's worth.
What did you play?
I did not play intercollegiately. I went to Meridian Community College, and when I graduated, they did not have intercollegiate basketball. However, I might point out that my intramural team dominated for 2 years, and then I went on to Southern, and the teams I played on, we dominated for 3 years. So I'm 5-0 at the community college level in basketball, but in high school, let's see, track and basketball. Who
was your coach at Southern?
At Southern, I didn't have a coach. It was intramurals.
Okay, I got you.
Hello, wake up. Hello.
Well, you said intramurals here at MCC.
Oh,
I thought
intramurals. No.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I thought when you went to Southern, then that changed.
I will catch up.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm a little slow.
I'm the behind the board here, Jimmy.
I'm chicken wings.
Come on now.
I know.
You're the boss at Arrow, but right here.
No.
Right here, Rob's the boss.
No. What I have.
Who's the boss?
What I have.
So there you go. So you were an athlete in basketball.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. And then I played Industrial League for several years here at Meridian. But anyway, athletes at the college level, the high school level, particularly as you get into college, and it's not being ugly toward what we call non-athletic students, regular students, for lack of a better term, not to be derogatory. Athletes have to do what everybody else does plus. They've got to go to practice every day.
Right.
They've got to maintain their discipline for the classroom every day, just like everybody else.
But that's their extracurricular. I mean, everybody has an extracurricular usually.
Some people do.
Yeah.
But the football program, for example, we had a offensive coordinator that left us. Perhaps it was the work schedule. I do not know. He said he had never worked at any level for any employer that he worked 80 and 100 hours a week. And that's basically, if it has not changed recently, what our football coaching staff goes through. And it's attention to detail. Cross the T's, dot the I's.
Right.
Do what you do. Coach Stevens' philosophy is simple. He tells every other coach in the state, he will tell you if you ask him, what are you going to do for the game next week? He said, I'm gonna run the same plays I run every game. If you can stop me, stop me. If you can't, I'll beat you. And that's what we do. It's simple, but it works.
There you go.
Now, he sometimes gets a little intense, but
No,
we all do.
I believe a coach should get intense once in a while. I think that should be the case.
It is.
All right. Well, again, I'm just trying to remember. We forget sometimes that just right up the road is East Mississippi Community College, right there in Scuba, and used to be nicknamed Scuba Tech, as they say.
Correct.
But now it is it's a great community college with a great athletic program. How many students about?
Well, on that campus, you're talking about probably 1,000 people, 900 to 1,000.
Okay.
If you're talking about the district, when you take the other three campuses in the northern part of the district, you're talking about 3,500, 4,000 students a year. Now that gets to be whether you're talking about warm bodies or FTE full-time equivalent. That's
So where are your different satellite campuses?
The Communiversity, which specializes in workforce development between Starkville and Columbus on Old Communiversity.
Communiversity.
Yes.
Nice name.
Golden Triangle campus, which was founded in 1968 in Mayhew, again between Starkville and Columbus.
In Mayhew.
And Lion Hills, which is in Columbus, the old Columbus Country Club.
Oh, they still got the country club?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good deal.
Teach how to maintain golf courses, culinary arts, because it had a full kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So we do. It just fell into place. That was purchased before I got on the board.
I remember years ago you met me up there and we played a little round of golf during a hot summer afternoon.
One's all hills and the other side's all flat. But the guy that used to be the greenskeeper at Starkville Country Club came on board, and he's made a drastic improvement on the course. Still some work to be done, but it's a really nice course.
Yeah.
And the golf program is coming along. It's not where we want it to be, as is the soccer program, but.
And they got a talk show media rate up there at the golf course, right? If I show up there again.
Yes.
They do?
Yes.
Full price. That's the rate.
Basically the same as
it will be,
It's called double.
for example, it'll be 150% of the normal
There you
fee.
go. There you go. Bingo.
And really not enticing you to go play.
But I can make arrangements for you to play whenever.
I have to get my student
people.
card.
I know people. I know a few people.
All right.
I'm in the South. I know Guido.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Boy.
Speaking of trash, commend again. Still enjoying the great services. It's interesting that on Wednesday morning, even before I get out of the house, I hear your truck out there getting our garbage off the side of the road there, and that's just great. That's a great service. Aero Disposal is the company that does the county Lauderdale for garbage pickup.
We're going on, I think, year 14 now. But thank you for that. I mean, we have bumps in the road. We have service issues from time to time. I don't deny that. That's not the governing authorities, the Board of Supervisors' problem or the residents' problem. It's our problem. But as I said earlier, I've been in the solid waste business 32 years. I have never seen a labor market this challenging for us to get employees that not only can pass a drug test, but will come to work and come to work every day. Now, flip side.
Is the drug test for drivers only or for those on the back of the truck?
Drivers and helpers, background check.
Wow, okay.
And what we do is a tough job. Riding on the back of that garbage truck is not only challenging, but it's also very dangerous. We've had some close calls. Luckily, the guys on the back had the wherewithal to see the impact coming and bailed off. We were rear-ended 2 times last year before in Alabama.
Yeah.
The guy jumped the fence, saved himself. Guy hit the back of our truck doing over 60.
Yeah.
He was trying to pass, and he realized he couldn't make the pass and turned in, and his forward pickup looked like a teepee.
Yeah.
Broke the drive shaft like a matchstick.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, see, that kind of stuff.
Don't mess with the garbage truck.
Just slow down around garbage trucks, folks. I mean, they're not school buses, but still there's people on them, okay?
Well, they come under the same laws as school buses and emergency response vehicles. If you read the law, people can be fined for improperly passing a stopped garbage truck.
How about that? Okay.
And that's something that's never enforced. And that's no reflection on law enforcement. It's just people don't think about that truck and what they're doing in front of them, even with flashing lights.
Well, let's see if we can get you a couple of employees today as a favor, because I'll come back and ask you for a favor here very, very soon. That's once again to go to your boss.
Okay.
And tell your boss that he has consistently not. Well, we'll talk off the air.
Okay.
But about that, we want.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I just think aero.
What he's
I think
talking about.
it just involves aero disposal. Another team that begins with A, Alabama. Okay, there we go.
Oh.
All right. But we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
So as a show of my gratitude for your boss, hopefully coming around and sporting Alabama football on our station, I want to get you a couple employees today.
Okay.
So if I'm going to ride the back of that garbage truck, what can I expect as a beginning salary?
That is something I do not know, and I'm being honest with you. I'm sorry.
How can I get you some
I'll
help?
talk to you about that off there.
Okay. All right. We'll talk about that. All right. Is it more than minimum wage?
Oh, yeah.
For example?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I would think so. Okay. More than minimum wage. Is it double digit per hour?
You have to calculate it what we pay as a day rate. You get X number of dollars a day.
Oh, okay.
Now,
okay.
If you work 10 hours, you get this much an hour if you want to calculate that way. If you work 8 hours, you get more per hour.
Okay.
And a lot of these guys really like that.
That's why they hustle, because they're going to get the same amount of money if they get the route done early,
right,
as opposed to dragging it out into the end of the day.
Correct.
Oh, yeah, that's the kind of way I like to work.
We try to structure the route so everybody can be through in 10 hours or less.
And your drivers have to be commercial CDL drivers.
Yes.
Is that right? All right, good. Now, where would somebody go to apply if they have a Class B or Class A?
Like everybody else.
Online at
aerodisposal.net, www.aerodisposal.net.
Aerodisposal.net.
And you look on there and migrate through what you see, and you have to come to something called, I think it's 10th Street.
Yeah.
10th Street. But you go answer all these questions, and it's done because it got to the point that the people walking in and doing a paper application, it just became more and more challenging as we grew, because since I've talked to you gentlemen before about our company in Mississippi and Alabama combined, right now we serve 250,000 people a week. So we had to do something, because as everything grows, the challenges get larger. It's like our customer service center that a lot of residents don't like. They see the 800 number, they call it, and they get the recording that we all do not like. Thank you for calling. Your call is very important to us and will be answered in the order it was received. Well, we do billing in some areas, quarterly billing, primarily in Alabama, but you can't have enough people to handle every call that you get every day. So you have to put in an answering machine.
The phone tree system.
Yes, and I don't like it. I know nobody likes it.
We'll just give them your cell number. That's no problem.
Yeah, let's do that. Great idea.
That has been distributed more widely than I prefer at this time.
Yeah,
I like it. Well, now, Rob, you're well. I guess we're all we are at the. Does it? Are they pretty timely at your residence?
Fantastic.
Mine's
really
a Friday morning. It's great on mine.
Good. And this time of year, over the years, people learned that we like to start earlier, particularly when in this heat, and we have very little problem with people's blue cans not being out there when we start. We start early, perhaps earlier than some people think we should, but those guys rather beat this heat when it's triple-digit plus heat index.
That's why I have my wife get those cans out the night before.
Okay.
Sure.
That's why. That's
Debbie, get your can out there.
For that very reason.
Correct.
I have my wife get those cans out there the night before.
Is she listening now?
I don't know if she's listening or
don't
not.
call me later
anymore.
when you
Probably
can't get in the
just turn it
house
off.
because she changed the locks on
Yeah,
you. So.
right. Staying in the garage again.
That's right. With the dog.
Sleeping in the golf cart.
May I tell you my favorite?
The truth be known, she does that because that's what she wants to do. She wants to get those cans out the night before. So
you convinced her of that.
Yes.
It's what you want to do, isn't it, Debbie?
Your chance to get out of the house, honey.
We talked about the weather, the danger.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm after 32 years, I've got a lot of garbage stories, but one of my most unusual stories I need to share with you. This was in Scott County, Mississippi, probably 2 years ago. Driver pulls up, watches his passenger side mirror, guy dumps the cart, rolls the cart back, gets on the step. He looks in his other mirror, and others come, he pulls out. Well, when he looks back, the helper jumped off and was rolling in the road. And he immediately stopped. He didn't know what happened, pulled the parking brake, yada, 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 went back there.
Mercy.
And he said, "Are you all right?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "Well, what happened?" And he pointed, there's a snake laying in the road. You can't make this stuff up. He's on the step. A buzzard with the snake flew over and lost his grip. The snake fell right around his neck, riding on the truck. He said, "I had to go somewhere."
Have mercy.
Now,
in all the
what
years,
are the odds?
What are the odds?
Buzzard wasn't worth anything.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of
His
buzzard?
aim was pretty good.
And we had one location.
Oh,
that
mercy.
Luckily, our manager was running the route. What do they call them? Totes.
to
Those
go
plastic
somewhere.
things with a metal frame around them.
Oh,
This
yeah.
was a place that did not have carts.
Yeah.
And the helper went over there and stopped. And the manager's looking at him and said, "Come on, man, get." So he waved and he went back. Some individual had 110 volts on the metal frame to keep animals out of the garbage. But he forgot to unplug it.
Oh, mercy.
And the helper had the wherewithal. He saw the cord. This guy, the manager, went up in there and unplugged it. They got the garbage and got the dress, got the guy's name, called and said, "Look, sir, we can't pick this up any longer if you continue to do this."
Right.
Well, I was just trying to keep, raccoons and animals out of it. He said, "Well, we're not an animal.
Yeah.
We'd appreciate if you wouldn't do that." So he stopped doing that.
I'm thankful we don't those counties that have those big old baskets.
I do have a question over here. It says, how someone asking me, how can they get a new can? Someone
Call the 800 number.
You get that a lot, probably.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the cans 14 years old. I understand that.
Yeah.
Now, there are two things about the can, and I hate to use this phrase, supply chain, getting the carts delivered to keep an inventory adequate, because when you have 14,000 plus residents in Lauderdale County, plus all the other locations that we run out of Lauderdale County with carts, which is Jasper County, Scott County, York, Alabama, Choctaw County, Alabama. It's a challenge to keep up with the cart work, as we call it, so to speak. But call that customer service number. They initiate what's called a work order to our managers on their tablet, and they get that when they deliver the cart. They put on the tablet what they did. It disappears from their records. Sometimes that is not as timely as we would like. 10 days is the normal turnaround we ask for. Sometimes it's more than that.
Okay.
And it's because we have a depleted inventory. I am the spokesperson for raising sand to keep carts on the yard, so we will have that inventory.
Is that something they can do online as well?
Yes.
Go online and to arrowdisposal.com and
online or the phone call, either one.
Apply for a job and a cart.
Yeah,
at the same
I like
time.
a cart
Or
and a
can,
job.
yeah.
Yes.
It'd be interesting. Instead of to stay in shape, I think riding that garbage truck would be a good way to do that.
You learn quickly in this business that you do not want to tread on somebody that's ridden on the back of a garbage truck very long, particularly those that throw the garbage as opposed to the cart.
Yeah.
Because they physically may pick up 10 to 12 tons of garbage a day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I once worked with a guy that ran the route back in my days with another company a long, long time ago. And the 95-gallon carts, like we have in Lauderdale County, he physically picked them up and dumped them by hand. And it's about 2,000 homes in the city, not every day, but, 400 a day picking up a 95-gallon cart full of garbage. You might be in good shape if you can do that.
You might.
Well, you talk about people respecting the garbage truck. A friend of mine told me a story just happened last week about a guy passing a garbage truck and almost hit my friend because he's just speeding around the garbage truck coming in his lane because he was in a desperate hurry to get to the driving range and hit golf balls.
Yes. It's not worth it.
So it's like, come on, people. I mean, this was, this is the kind of craziness that's out there where people, garbage truck is in the road. That's all right. I'll just go around it. Well, you just don't just go around it.
No. I travel
at a high rate of speed.
No. I travel the state of Mississippi still, and I am blessed by seeing some of the most incapable and poor drivers that I have ever seen in my life. Because I'm constantly on the defensive.
Yeah.
You're proud of that?
You know,
Number one again.
Yay!
With the fattest state, the worst drivers.
There you go.
Chicken wings.
Probably the fattest drivers, too, when we get down to it.
Oh, mercy. Jimmy Moore, what a blessing to have you here with us. Thank you for coming by, spend some time with us this morning.
Thank you. It's been a blessing to be here and be anywhere at my age.
We got to take a quick break, come back and finish the show, and we'll do that. Again, EMCC football season starts the 29th of August, and they have to study to be athletes at EMCC. They have good GPAs. We'll be back. Stay with us. Don't go away. Back with more, to finish up our show. It's Mornings in Meridian. Roger, Rob, and Charles.
Yes.
And we want to say a big thank you to Premier Paint Shop, a great sponsor.
That's right. Over 30 years providing the best auto body work and quality paint jobs, whether you got a ding, dent, scratch, or something worse, you're running to the back of a garbage truck. Well, they are the ones to repair it. Of course, over 90 years combined experience among that hard-working, dedicated staff led by Ty Booker. No job is too small or too large. The results are like new. They'll give you a free estimate, and they'll work with your insurance company, and all of their work has a lifetime warranty. Conveniently located right next to Johnson Dodge on Highway 39 North, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. And the number is easy to remember, but write it down anyway, because when you need them, you really need them. 601-482-PAINT. We'll get you in touch with Premier Paint and Body. They are the premier paint and body shop here in town.
All right. Well, guys, this has been a good morning. We have we've heard from our friend Jimmy Moore. We've also heard from Hazmat, who is
alive and well,
doing well on the mend. And that brings us to the top of the hour. So we've got make room for Glenn Beck.
Yep.
Anything on the radar this week that we need to make sure people are aware of?
Gonna be hot.
Oh, be careful out there. It's remember, it's summer in Mississippi.
Yep, and this is the first full week of kids going back to school. So
that's exactly right.
So
I saw the buses running this morning on my way in. So respect the school buses, respect the garbage trucks, and respect all vehicles that have radio station employees driving them as well.
Yes, please. Right. Especially.
Exactly.
All righty. That's it for today, folks. Remember, God bless. And what do we like to say, guys?
Bye, local.
Absolutely. We'll